Why do we sabotage our relationships when things are going well? Today, we're going to talk about why we sabotage our relationships unconsciously and how we can stop self-sabotage in its tracks before it derails our love life. Hi, love. I'm Carisa Montooth, sixth generation healer, love coach, and creator of the Soul Love Method course, helping high vibe women heal their hearts and attract happy, healthy, satisfying relationships. So today we are looking at how to stop self-sabotage in our own love lives so that we can have happy, healthy, long-lasting relationships. So let's start by talking about what self-sabotage is. In a nutshell, self-sabotage is any time your actions and behaviors run counter to your intention for what you want to create in your life, and especially in love. So here are some examples of self-sabotage. One example that I see a lot is women going out for dinner with their exes for closure, the dreaded C word, closure, which really doesn't exist, and that's a whole other thing. The thing about closure is you don't get closure till you don't care about getting closure anymore. It's one of those weird little quirks of the universe, and that's just how it works. But anyway, that's a pretty classic self-sabotage move, is going out to dinner with your ex just when things are going great with your new partner. Another thing would be creating little arguments over nothing, kind of just for drama. Another classic example of self-sabotage would be saying that you want a committed relationship, but then choosing people who are emotionally unavailable over and over and over again until you kind of just see that as a pattern that's always happening in your love life. Because the thing about self-sabotage, and you probably don't see it as a pattern even if someone points it out to you, you say, well, I'm not picking these people, they're picking me. The thing about self-sabotage is that self-sabotage thrives in our blind spots. It's something that's motivated. It originates in our subconscious mind for the most part. Subconscious mind is a huge driving force in that, and it's literally below the level of our conscious mind. So that's why that's something that comes up over and over and over again for us. And so why do we self-sabotage as soon as we're happy? That's the question that comes up a lot. And the answer to that is because when we're used to struggling in love, to be happy in your relationship feels good, but it doesn't feel familiar. And your subconscious wants to recreate whatever it's used to. It's a creature of habit, and it wants what it's always had. It's very hard to make changes in your subconscious mind without help. So what usually feels familiar to us, and the situation that we keep trying to recreate over and over again because that feels familiar, is loving someone more than they love us, or abandonment, whether that's emotional abandonment or physical abandonment, or trying really, really, really hard to make things work and still not getting what we want, still ending up disappointed. So these ideas of struggling and striving and stress are sometimes what we're used to and what feels familiar to us, and that's the program that our subconscious mind will run as soon as it recognizes that we are in a relationship. So a lot of times when we've done a lot of personal growth and a lot of healing, we are able to actually attract the new love, but then sustaining it is very difficult because we still have this subconscious stuff about what love should feel like, which is basically just what feels familiar to us, right? And since the stuff is in our subconscious, which is controlling about 80 to 90% of our behavior, our actions, and what we manifest and attract into our lives, it's very difficult to just ignore it and kind of keep going forward. You know, our intellect is only responsible for about 10 to 20% of our decision making, and it's only driving about 10 to 20% of what we're attracting into our lives. Our subconscious mind is really the most powerful part, and it's trying to create our life based on the instructions that we've given it our whole lives, about what's possible for us, about what love feels like, about what men are like, about what women are like, about what relationships feel like, about what you have to do to be in a relationship, all of those kinds of things. We've been giving it instructions and beliefs for years and years and years and years about all of those things. And whatever we decided was true for us, it keeps trying to create that over and over and over again for us, so that we feel like the world makes sense, even if it's painful. So basically, your subconscious, if you have beliefs that say, love means that I'll work really hard and the person won't love me back, or love means I'll be abandoned, or love means that no matter what I'm going to be disappointed, your subconscious mind just says, okay. It just says yes. It's not trying to make decisions for you. It's not your intellect. It's your subconscious mind. It's just power that you've given instructions to go in a certain direction. So it says, let's create the circumstances based on the blueprint. Let's adhere to the rules, and let's create the reality that matches the blueprint. That's all that it's trying to do. So it's like, as soon as your relationship feels like love, your subconscious is kind of triggered to start your love programs. And that includes all of the blocks and all of the limiting beliefs and anything left over, like old wounds and stuff like that. So anytime that you're trying to kind of make new decisions and good decisions in your relationship from a healthier place without actually healing what's going on in your subconscious, then it's like trying to drive with your parking brake on. It's not very helpful, and you'll notice that you don't create anything new. You kind of just keep going through the same patterns over and over again. This is also the reason that I've noticed that it usually takes people a long time to seek out healing, because we're so invested in our intellect. We think our intellect is the thing that's supposed to solve all of our problems, but this is something that you can't think your way out of. You have to heal your way out of it. So how do we do that? We go into the subconscious mind and we heal the wounds that we need to heal to be able to move forward. So the main wounds that we're trying to heal to move forward are fear, confusion, shame, and anger, and grief. And I actually talk about these 5 wounds and how to heal them in my free ebook, The Heartache Cure, which you can get at theheartachecure.com. So go check that out so that you can start clearing those things out of your energy and attracting happy, healthy, satisfying love into your life right now. So now I would love to hear from you. What have you noticed is your self-sabotage sort of pattern? What's the thing that you do when things start to go really well for you? What kinds of circumstances and sabotage and bad stuff do you end up manifesting to keep you from being able to have what you want? Let me know in the comments. And if this video was helpful for you, then remember to like and subscribe. And also remember that self-love is the best love. So love you first and love you best, and all other kinds of love will flow to you. Take care.